Welcome and thank you all for joining me on this very special day in my life. I feel so overwhelmed. After all, a bar mitzvah is one of the most unique and popular Jewish events. Yet leading up to this day, I asked myself, do I really understand the significance of becoming a bar mitzvah? Well, I like the story about this great rabbi who celebrated his son's bar mitzvah, attended by hundreds of people, when the son turns to his father and exclaims with pride, "Dad, look how many people came to my bar mitzvah." The father replies, "Do you think they all came because of you? They came because of me." "Really?" wonders the son. "If everyone is here because of you, how come not so many more people have come today?" "Well," replies the father, "that's because of you." Dear family and friends, regardless of whom you have come to honor today, my parents, grandparents, or myself, to me, the true meaning of bar mitzvah is all about myself. It's all about me getting in touch more with my soul inside and taking responsibility for my actions as a human being and as a Jew. To express my feelings today, I take you back to 2 episodes in one of the most dramatic scenes in the Torah, described in the Torah portion of this week called Vayigash. Vayigash means, and he approached. A man named Judah approaches the viceroy of Egypt, not knowing he's in fact his own long-lost brother Joseph, and there he pleads with him to free his younger brother Benjamin. "Let my brother go," he demands of the viceroy. "Let him return to his old father." Judah took responsibility. To me, becoming a bar mitzvah, too, is all about assuming responsibility. I now feel much greater responsibility for all my obligations as a son, as a grandson, and in particular, responsibility for my Jewish brothers. I am named Menachem Mendel, the name of our illustrious Rebbe. I have learned from the Rebbe that a Jew, like Judah, does not find comfort when he or she knows that his brother or sister is suffering, materially or spiritually. In fact, that is why my grandparents moved to Buffalo 40 years ago. And that is why my parents chose to move here too 13 years ago. Buffalo is certainly a great place, but my family came here not because of the Buffalo Bills or the abundance of snow. They were sent by the Rebbe as his shluchim and emissaries, with one and only one aim: to dedicate their lives to the well-being of their fellow Jew, to reach, teach, inspire, and rejuvenate Jews from all walks of life with the richness of our tradition, through unconditional acceptance and love. I am so fortunate to have been born into a family of Judahs, and I hope and pray from today onwards, I too will have joined the ranks of the shluchim and become a little Judah. In just a few months, I will be leaving home to get an advanced Jewish education in a yeshiva out of town. I know it may be difficult for me not to have my mother's chicken soup, and it may be difficult for my parents to have their son so far away from home. But to paraphrase the caption in that Peanuts cartoon of good old Charlie Brown, a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. I say a Judah's gotta do what a Judah's gotta do. Which leads me to the second story in this week's portion that conveys the message of a bar mitzvah to me. When Joseph finally reveals his identity to his brothers and embraces his brother Benjamin, the Torah describes that embrace in the following words. "And he, Joseph, fell on his brother Benjamin's neck and cried, and Benjamin cried on his, Joseph's, neck." Our sages teach us that the tears they shed were for the future. Benjamin cried for the loss of the provisional temple that was built in Shiloh, a part of Israel that belonged to the tribe of his brother Joseph. And Joseph wept for the temple that was built in Jerusalem in the area that belonged to the tribe of his brother Benjamin and would ultimately be destroyed. But here is the question. Why did Joseph and Benjamin both cry over the destruction that would occur in each other's territory, but not over the destruction that would occur in their own territory? The Rebbe explains the practical difference. When we see someone else facing any kind of disaster or destruction in their life, the right approach for us is to offer love and support. We might not be able to actually solve their problems for them, as every individual ultimately holds the key to finding his or her own solution. But with our kindness, reassurance, and help, they might be empowered with more strength to see themselves out of their mess. And if after we have truly done everything we can do for them, disaster is still looming, then we cry tears of genuine sympathy and compassion with them. However, when it comes to our personal challenges and destructions, there's no time for weeping. When we see that our own temple lies in ruins, we do not have the luxury of being content with just comforting ourselves with tears. That is when we need to act. As a bar mitzvah, I now realize that I cannot simply cry for the things that might go wrong, if it is within my ability to correct them. Tears, sympathy, and empathy should be reserved for the other person's challenges. For my own life, I have to take action to remedy the situation. On this note, it's my responsibility to express my appreciation to a number of very special people in my life. Firstly, thank you to the Almighty for blessing me with the most loving parents and grandparents and giving me the privilege of reaching this awesome milestone. She'achiyanu v'kimanu v'giyanu lizman hazeh. To Tati and Mommy, thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me develop and mature into the person that I am today. I hope I can repay you with much nachas, making all your hard work worthwhile. I love you so much. And to Zadie and Bubby Librov and Zadie and Bubby Greenberg, you are both the best grandparents a boy could wish for. Thank you for loving me so much, for accepting me as I am, and helping me become even better. A größten Dank, als seid gekommen zum Bestattet sein in unserer Simcha und für alles, was tut für uns. To my brother Meir and my sisters Miriam and Racheli, thank you. I cannot imagine my life without you. Life would just be too quiet. Thank you to my uncle Yeshua for teaching me the reading and the meaning of my Torah portion, which I'll be reading this coming Shabbat. Thank you to all my dear uncles, aunts, and cousins who are here on this special day. My simcha would not be the same without you. I would like to thank all my teachers at Or Tamimim for teaching me and helping me reach this milestone. And last but not least, thank you to each and every one of you for coming. Thanks for making this such a special, memorable day for me. Finally, as I stand today before God as a full-fledged member of the community, I say to you, my parents, my family, and my community, I will try to live up to my responsibilities, to myself and to others. I will try to truly be a Judah and give you nachas and joy, until we very soon reach the time of ultimate joy with the coming of Mashiach.